Yellow fog light test. So far, so good. Just testing on these brand new glass yellow fog light housings before permanently installing them. They look pretty good. All right, slight divergent from our current project.
Give away all my secrets, all my good cars.
Yep. We're doing a oil change here on the old Buick.
Oh, my Riata.
The old Riata. Well, I've already made a video on this car, so.
Oh yeah, you've stolen the thunder of my car. Yeah.
Yep. I stole that video that you never made.
I'll get around to it.
Oh, I did it for you. Should be happy.
I'm on my own channel. Anyways, you can tell everybody that I bought an actual AC Delco oil filter because I did.
Did you?
Yes. I don't
Where's
know
it
where
at?
it is.
Oh, well.
Is it in the garage still?
Probably in the trunk.
No, it's not in the trunk. No, it definitely doesn't leak oil after 30-something years and 78,000 miles.
78,000 miles.
Yep. And we got some brand new parts to put in it finally. So, ignition control module and some spark plugs and a coil pack, and they're all new old stock American parts, no Chinese crap.
Awesome.
Made in USA parts. For my made in USA vehicle.
What can you tell us about this hydromatic transmission?
Oh, it's great. It does all the transmission stuff it's supposed to do, and it definitely doesn't randomly jump in and out of overdrive. It definitely shifts right into overdrive every single time, and it definitely stays right there. It definitely doesn't hunt around unless I'm going faster than 60 miles an hour. It doesn't do that at all.
It's supposed to do that.
Yeah. You're supposed to shift it from drive into overdrive yourself to avoid it not knowing when to do it.
Exactly. So here's that. Scroll back a few videos if you want to watch the introduction.
I don't want the transmission to hear me talking about it. If it hears me, I'm going to hurt its feelings and it's going to implode. I don't want to have to put a tranny in this car. I mean, more than what I spent on the car. You'd be good there, Mr. Hydromatic.
Scroll back a few videos if you want to see the introduction of this car as we picked it up from the junkyard. It is quite the adventure.
Yeah, you can film all the stuff we're going to do with it. You didn't film the awesome headlights I just put in.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yes, awesome. I mean,
GM purists aren't going to like those headlights.
oh. He apparently needs to see at night.
I do.
I debate that. But whatever.
I like to drive this car, so.
Well, guess what time it is?
Shouldn't be doing this.
Regulators.
Mount up.
Install.
Oh, mount up. This is going to be, other than the C70 I had to put a window in, this is going to be one of the more complicated ones. C70 was worse than I ever put a window in ever. Well, when the regulator in, but this is probably going to be up there too.
See, this one, the regulator is easy to replace. It's the window that's hard.
Yeah, that's going to be the not fun part.
Yeah, that's the fun part. Okay, we got a window here. Maybe I should put this on the tripod. Probably going to need me, huh?
Maybe.
Okay, I'm going to go get a tripod. Okay. Let's make our way over here.
Somewhere over here, there's a track that this front one is supposed to guide itself onto. And then over here somewhere, there's another track that this little rolling ball slides into.
Mm-hmm.
And the issue is this front track where the thing falls forward. I can't see it, so it's really hard for me to figure out if I'm doing it right when I can't see it. Okay.
Oh, something's happening.
Yep. It's in.
It's in.
It's in.
Man.
Okay. How far down am I gonna have to go with this window before I'm gonna be able to get to that? And this is gonna bung some stuff up. Let's see how this goes.
Just don't hit the auto down.
Not gonna do that.
You're like, wait.
Let's put a
It
nut
smashes everything.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. See, putting the window in the track is half the battle. The next part's going to be getting it adjusted right.
Mm.
So we'll get that one on there.
My water shield has been permanently deleted by previous owner.
She's getting a little loose goose because she's only on one pin right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can't put my hand in there. Ah, okay. Now I can see what's crap in here. Oh, and okay, push the window this way.
Look forward.
Yeah. Wait, too much. Okay, now let's start figuring out how far off we are in everything.
And at some point, we'll put this last nut in.
Well, I don't even know if... Okay, does it even have a track back here? Okay, it does. It's got a felt track it sits in, right there. All right. She's still got a bit of a going on there. But the problem is, because the regulator's out of one car and the window's out of another car, everything's been obscured. It's not going to be 100%. And what is this guy? Where does this little pin go? Is there a little track? This is one of the more complicated windows I've ever seen.
You picked a good one, huh?
Oh, the Outbacks aren't like this. I don't think they are.
No, I think the Impreza is specific to Impreza.
Specific pain in the ass.
Pretty sure, yeah, because you know the regulator that came with the car was for an Outback, and it was not correct. Oh God!
You want the? I don't think we want the window to keep smacking into the frame of the door and scratching it.
No.
Okay, now maybe, just kind of set it in there just so it doesn't go crack into the. At least one of them.
They go
Like
that.
Give me at least one. We'll adjust it later. I just don't want to go bam into the frame of the door every single time I try to adjust it. See, I thought I'd had it in the track, but like I said, you can't see, so it's hard to tell. Did you go? Can't tell. Oh, almost. Come on. Fixed it. It is in the track.
Heck yeah!
So now that's in there. Now you got to get the other part back in now. Try and line up all of the paint marks. There's so many things to adjust on this window. It's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, so something's happening down there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like hitting the door speaker or something.
Yeah.
It is hitting the door speaker. It's hitting the door speaker every time the window hits the speaker because there's supposed to be an adapter piece that spaces the speaker out because this has a bigger magnet than the stock speaker would have had, and the window is crashing into the magnet of the speaker every time I roll the window all the way down.
So we're gonna need some spacers, huh?
Yeah, but in the meantime, let's just take the speaker out of the door so I can determine that that is in fact the problem, which I pretty much already determined that it is. As you'll notice, this window, when you go look at it, I guarantee you there's going to be a big chip out of the window right where the speaker is, because I remember seeing it when I walked over with it. There was a big chunk missing out of the bottom of the window, and I'm like, why is there a big chunk missing out of the bottom of the window? And it's been determined that it's been crashing into the speaker every time it's gone down. That's probably what broke the window regulator.
Ugh. Somebody had to put some fancy speakers that don't even sound that great in there.
Yeah. Well, does it sound like a brand new window? No, but I still hate that it's got to be something else that needs adjusting somewhere.
Well, at least it doesn't crash into the speaker anymore.
Oh, that's why all these bolts are still loose. That's why.
Yeah.
You loosen those bolts.
I took that whole thing out. The whole piece was out.
Oh, well, let's go ahead and find out where those are supposed to sit on the line there. That should be, see if the window's still... Okay, something's still making a little bit of noise. So something's still scraping on something.
Yeah.
Oh, let's put the other felt pad in. Give me the other one.
Okay. Here you go. Here you go.
Tomorrow, when you're helping me change spark plugs, you're gonna wish you'd done this. You'll be like, this sucks. Reach around the back, cussing.
Well, I'm gonna have to probably climb on top of the motor to get to them, so.
Oh, it'll be easier. Really? Oh, it'll be easier on your back than mine. Here, like, you still got that spider monkey status thing going on. I'm just a big beached whale every time I try to do something.
Yeah, I don't have the grasp to do the reach behind on that big schnoz of a 80s car.
Rally. I just adjust it to the point where it's pushing up against the window pretty hard, which is kind of hard to do that because it's just kind of a frustrating thing to do. It's working.
Hey.
Make a bad noise. That's pretty good.
But will the door close? Yes. Well, are we going to have wind noise?
Well, probably, because it's a Subaru.
And will it be airtight?
No, because I can see more. I can see more adjustment as needed. You see how you look at the track here. You see how the window is like forward.
Yeah, I see that.
So that is an adjustment I need to figure out still. I don't know quite how to adjust that yet.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. We'll have to look up how to make that adjustment.
All right, easy does it. Oh.
Oh yeah, we have more work to do here.
Yeah, that's why I checked to make sure this door was, because, you know, I don't mess around with putting the windows up and closing doors with the keys at ignition.
Shut up. I'm like, why is that door locked? I think I'm gonna let up on the window stoppers a little bit. Because you see how when I go to open it, it kind of like springs the door open? Because it's flexing the window over every time I close it.
Okay.
Let me see if it does it on this side too.
So we
Yeah, see this side it's not doing that.
adjusted on these, and that's what brought the window that way. That side's not doing it, huh?
So the front of the window is too far over. See that? It's pinching it. So I was telling you about how this seemed like it was too far over.
Yeah.
I feel like it still is. But I'm not sure what makes that adjustment on this car. I've never messed with one of these style windows before, so this is all
We
new
need
time.
the window to go that way.
The window is torqued over a little far.
Yeah.
Maybe I can. The window stopper is already pushing it over, or this felt pad's already pushing it over pretty far. I don't think I can push it over anymore. Maybe. That's going to be some professional Subaru mechanic telling us how we're doing it all wrong. I've never done a window regulator in one of these, so.
Well, that'd be nice if we got some expert comments in the comment section below.
You're probably going to get 0 comments in the comment section below.
I usually get like 1, 2.
I think it's too much.
Found another stopper.
That's probably too much, but oh, okay. Oh, it's not pinching it anymore. Well, not near as bad as it was anyways. It's probably a lot of the wind noise too. I'm gonna drop it down a little bit more.
Pretty good?
That's pretty good. Let me check the other window.
Yeah, how's it compared to the other side?
Oh, I smashed the bejesus out of his finger.
That's not good. This feels pretty solid.
That's as good as that's gonna get. A bunch of used stuff.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, it doesn't kink into the door anymore. And you can see that if you look at the window now, you see how it's not bent all the way over.
Yep.
That's probably not even going to really have any wind noise. That's one of the best adjusted windows I've ever put in.
Hey.
That's only because I had to go through all that extra effort. Hashtag pillarless windows. Stupid.
I'll have to make sure I hashtag the pillarless windows. All right, that's done. Engine's clean. Windows in. Car's detailed.
Time for you to go and make me dinner. Right? Right.
Today, I'm working on the Forester. So this has been my Subaru for like 7, 8 years now. And it's been a project for quite a while. And today, just like many other days before now, having to replace the axle on this side because the boot finally gave up again, and I think it's due to age, but having it lifted also has been destroying axles on mostly the passenger side and a couple on this side. So that's been a real headache, but ended up taking some lift out of the front, and with the factory axle, it's been lasting a lot longer. But I think the factory axle I put in, I think the boot finally aged out, and now it's leaking all its grease out. So I'm going to change that out for some spare axles I have. So under the hood here, peer down into the kingdom of axle here, and you'll see that boot is once again been destroyed. So peering into here, you see the boot's ripped. So I'm hoping that was just because of age on the boot, and hopefully I can replace that axle and it'll be good again. So this car has kind of been up in the air, and not just on the lift, but up in the air for whether or not I want to keep it, because I tried towing my trailer with it, which is back there, and well, that's a heavy trailer, and this car was a lot of struggle and actually destroyed an axle on a trip down to Monterey, California. So that kind of proved not to be super worthy of towing unless it's flat land. So I'm kind of trying to decide whether or not I want to keep this car. It's kind of a good little off-roader, good in the snow, but it's not really good for towing anything, and fuel economy kind of sucks. So I'm wondering if I should maybe switch it up a little bit and sell this and switch to something else. But that's a question to be answered later. For now, I'm going to change out this axle again, and we'll get it back on the road, and hopefully it'll stay together. Got the axle out. Here it is. There's my issue. Here's a spare axle I have laying around. This one should be good. So I think this one, all that happened was the boot just kind of aged out. So if you look, you see all those stress cracks. I think that's what caused the boot to split. Now, usually I've been having failures with these axles due to having the lift and then the articulation of the lift. We put the axle like this, so it generated a lot of heat in there, and it would boil the grease inside and essentially melt off the boot, and then the internals would basically get molten hot and it would fail. I'm hoping, well, considering it doesn't look too terrible in here and it doesn't look like the boot melted or anything, I think the boot just kind of tore apart. So I have this spare axle here. Just got to make sure that the joint is in its little socket. I know they can pop out from time to time. Just like that, new used axle is on its way to going in. I just wanted to show how I did this here. So what I did was I just separated the ball joint, and while you're in there, you can go ahead and replace those if those are wore out. Put a lot of anti-seize on there, and then whenever you need to change your axles, they just kind of drop right out. You take the bolt out, hit this, falls right out, no problem. And then you can move this back that way, and you'll have plenty of room to swing the axle out. Just put a pry bar up in there, pop it out, and then hit the snub end over here, and it comes right on out. To put the axle back in, to insert it back into the transmission here, get the C-clip to engage, and to get it to sit almost flush like that, you're just gonna take the axle like this and jam it in there. So that pressure will get it to seat, get the O-ring to go past, and it'll be in. Just put the rest back together. And just like that, our axle is back in. So I'll torque the axle nut to 137 foot-pounds. And this is about 30 pounds. And this pinch bolt here is about 37 foot-pounds. We got the window regulator done and the window back in. So right now, I'm about to use the float extractor. And I'm going to pull out some of the power steering fluid in that reservoir, and some of the clutch fluid and brake fluid. I'm going to start with the power steering fluid here. I'm just going to basically mostly empty the reservoir and then fill it back up. And I'll run the car for a little while and drive it, and as it mixes with the old stuff that's still in it, then I'll go back in later on and repeat the process, take out the mixture of what's in there and then put new in there. And I think we're going to get the car up on the lift, and we're going to do a pressure bleed on the brakes. So we'll suck some all new fluid through the lines. And once we get those two things done, and the clutch fluid, this car is going to have all new fluids. Engine's looking good. Gonna have all new fluids. It's detailed. Interior is clean. The door panel is JB welding a section right there where it was starting to come apart. And changed out the speaker that was, let's see, this is the speaker that was in it. And the magnet on this, way too big for an Impreza door. All right, well, we're working on extracting fluids here. So microphone wasn't recording anything that I just did, but I extracted all the power steering fluid twice and refilled that. And just did the clutch fluid, about ready to get up in the air and bleed the brakes so we can have all new fluid in the lines and in the reservoir. All right, we're back here. Good news. Found a line wrench and a beer. So I'm going to go at this caliper, well, not caliper, this drum, and I'm going to start succulating on some fluid, and we'll keep the master, keep the reservoir topped up, and we should be good. We'll just pull some new fluid through. All right, there's our bleeder, and had to change up the wrenches because line wrench is too big, and still got beer over there, so gonna crack open this guy right here, put the extractor on it, pull some fluid through for a little bit, and we'll check on the reservoir. All right, we got the bleeder loosened up, so before it leaks too much, I'm gonna start sucking. All right, we're sucking. It's going. Okay. As that's doing its thing, he's doing his thing. I'll come up here and we're gonna watch the reservoir, watch it dip down, and we're gonna keep that topped off. I'm gonna go grab my bottle and funnel and start adding some fluid. He's working on a project car over there too. So, a friend's car. All right, this is power steering fluid. Here's our brake fluid. All right, let's get up there and add some. All right, got some fluid added. As you can see, it's going down ever so slowly. So you want to make sure to set up the extractor on the caliper or whatever brake is furthest away from the master cylinder. So obviously on this car, because it's, you know, left-hand drive. So the passenger side rear is the furthest brake line from the master. So that's where we have it set up. That way we'll be able to pull all the old fluid through the lines, through the system, and get as much new fluid in there as possible. Okay, well, after an hour of extraculating here, we got new fluid in the reservoir. So here's what our fluid's looking like. It's pretty nice and clear, actually. So, yeah, we're done with that. Basically, used the whole bottle. Just a splash left in that. So, this much old fluid came out. Or, at least a mixture of old and new. And, yeah, we're looking good now. I mean, look at that. Like brand new. So I think our fluid extracting adventure is done for tonight. I'll probably drive this car around and get a moving permit for it. Also got the badge glued on. A little oversized and it's got a crack in it, but it's what I found and it's better than nothing. I'll get a moving permit for this and I'll start driving it. Drive around a little bit and see how it does. Making sure it's going to stay together. And this will be up for sale pretty soon. That's going to do it for now. So I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. And I might put this outside, out front near the street, and put a for sale sign on it. See if we get any bites. Just a few more little things to finish up. Not a whole lot, actually. I got to put the door panel back on. And I'm going to have to glue the switch panel back on there because that's broken. But really, that is about all I can think of left on this car. I think we're almost about wrapped up on it. Sure, we'll find plenty of other things to do with this car. Okay, that's it for now.